Hey warriors, welcome to my channel. I am so excited that you are here. Thank you to all of you who helped me to reach over 50 subscribers. I'm so excited because now I can upload longer videos and the content that is on the way is amazing. Okay? So our next goal is 500 subscribers. So if you would, please share this video because the content that's coming, we need. And so I'm trying to reach as many people as we can possibly reach. Okay? All right. So let's get into it. So who am I and why should you care? Okay? Who am I? I am Deltrice Anderson. I am a clinical herbalist. I am studying to be a registered herbalist. And my focus and expertise is immunology and its relationship to chronic illness, specifically in the African American communities. Okay? Why should you care? Well, if you look like me, you should care. Because either you or someone that you know has at least one chronic condition. Okay? So did you know, according to the CDC in 2023, approximately 6 in 10 adults in the United States has at least one chronic illness. Y'all, that's around 129 million people dealing with some sort of chronic illness, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, etc. Right? 4 out of 10 have at least 2 or more chronic conditions. Let me raise my hand because I'm in that group. 4 out of 10 have 2 or more chronic illnesses in the United States. Now, when it comes to us, African Americans are more likely to develop chronic illnesses. Okay? So according to the CDC, African Americans are 2 times more likely to develop diabetes. We have higher rates of cancer. 1 in 6 of our black men will develop prostate cancer. We have higher death rates from heart disease and stroke. Heart disease is the #1 killer among black women. 59% of us, throw my hands up, ages 20 and up, are living with some form of cardiovascular condition. Some form of a cardiovascular condition. CDC reports that black children are more likely to develop chronic conditions. Our children and youth have higher rates of asthma, type 1, and type 2 diabetes. And these numbers are steadily rising. Okay? What you hear me say a lot. Knowing is half the battle. Knowing is half the battle. The problem is we don't know, so we can't fight. We don't know, so we can't fight. Let me give you an example. How many of us either say or have heard, oh, diabetes runs in my family, blood pressure runs in my family, heart issues run in my family, so I know I have to deal with it at some point. No. Just because it runs in your family does not mean that you have to encounter it. Knowing is half the battle. If you know that your family deals with these illnesses, look at how things are going, how they eating, what they doing, right? And do something different. You don't have to have the same things that our parents and grandparents and aunties and them have. You could do something different. Okay? So what can we do different? So, first of all, did you know that 70% of our immune system resides in our gut? 70% of our immune system, the immune system is designed to protect us from harmful substances and bacteria, right? It's there to help keep us healthy. 70% of that is in our gut. Our gut is the gastrointestinal tract. It's part of the digestive system. The digestive system It includes the organs that process food and liquids from the mouth to the anus. 70%. So inside of this GI tract, right? The GI tract, which is part of the digestive system, but the GI tract itself goes from the mouth, the esophagus, to the stomach. You got your small and large intestines. You got your rectum, you got your anus, right? In that tract, because it's a tube, in that tract, you have what we call gut microbiome. Gut microbiome. Gut microbiome are small organisms that live inside the GI tract. Okay? Its purpose is to protect you from harmful bacteria, and it keeps the immune system regulated. When you say that you have illness in your family, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, whatever it is, that means that your gut microbiome is predisposed. Predisposed meaning that you are genetically inclined to have these certain conditions. Okay, and we'll get more into this in later videos because this is what I do. Okay, but for the purpose of this video, your gut microbiome lives in your gastrointestinal tract, your GI tract. Okay, it is designed. Its purpose is to help regulate your immune system and kill harmful bacteria so that you don't get sick. For us as Black folk, we know people in our family have diabetes and cancer and blood pressure and heart disease. A lot. Okay? So we have predisposed gut microbiome, meaning we're inclined, genetically inclined to encounter these issues. How is that? So when you're genetically inclined, you're more susceptible to the overgrowth of harmful bacteria. You're more susceptible to the overgrowth and harmful bacteria that is inside of your GI tract. Okay? And we talk about your immune system now. So if your GI tract is full of harmful bacteria, your immune system cannot be regulated, and you're going to have automatically a weakened immune system. Okay? How can we prevent this? That's the question. This is the part that we need to know so that we can fight. Okay? How do we protect ourselves? Well, we have to limit the amount of harmful bacteria. What is harmful bacteria? Harmful bacteria is anything that you ingest or eat. Anything that you're eating, snorting. I have to say it because we think that we could do whatever we want to do if we don't have any repercussions. What we do affects us tremendously. What we eat, what we drink, what we use, what we put in our mouths and up our noses affects how our bodies respond. Right? So harmful bacteria starts with what we ingest. So processed foods, you already know. Y'all gonna hear me say that a lot. You already know where I'm going. Processed foods, harmful bacteria. Sugar, harmful bacteria. So pops and juices and candies, harmful bacteria. I'm sorry, that's just what it is. Right? Harmful bacteria. Tobacco smoke, harmful bacteria. What are other harmful bacteria? Well, stress can lead to harmful bacteria. Lack of mobility can lead to harmful bacteria. And we'll talk about all this in later videos. But knowing is half the battle, right? One, knowing, okay, that this particular illness runs in my family. Two, knowing, okay, so what are the harmful bacteria that I need to avoid so I don't trigger what's already genetically inclined to happen, right? And three, implementing those decisions. And we're going to get into all of that at a later date as well. But we have a predisposed gut microbiome. Most all of us have. And there are reasons for that. And we'll get into that in a later video as well. Our eating habits are so important. We have to address those eating habits. So one thing you will have on this channel is homework. Because I'm not just here to give you the information. I need you to implement this information so that we can save our lineage. These numbers are rising, y'all. These numbers are rising. Our people, our folk are dying very, very quickly of things that we don't have to die. It's plenty of reasons why things are happening, right? And we know that. But this is one of them. This is one of the reasons. We're eating whatever we want to eat. We're doing whatever we want to do. And it's killing us, literally. So your homework. Write down what you're eating. Have a food log. An intake log. Let's call it an intake log. What are you eating? Or do you smoke? What do you use? What are you drinking? Write those things down. Write them down. And this is not for condemnation. This is for conviction. Because when you realize, okay, this is what I'm doing, and this is what can hurt me, then you can make a decision on whether, okay, let me slow down over here and intake and do more of this over here. Because a balance, now I'm not saying you can't have a hamburger ever in life, right? But what I am saying is that meat, especially the meat that we have in today's time, harmful bacteria. Harmful bacteria. And we'll get into how meat leads to arthritis and all of that too. We'll talk about that. But you need to know, what are you eating? What are you putting in your body? Is it harmful? Because if it's harmful, and you're continuously eating harmful things, using harmful things, drinking harmful things, that overgrowth of bacteria, of course, it's going to make you sick. And then you're going to be dealing with the same things that our mama and them dealt with, our grandmama and them dealt with, our aunties and them dealt with, right? If you want a different gut microbiome, you can change it. And if you have children, you should definitely want to change it. You can change your gut microbiome, but it takes discipline and it takes consistency. Okay? Discipline and consistency. That's why I say the first thing you need to do is write down the things that you intake. Write it down so that you can see it. Because if you can see it, then you be like, oh, okay. Let me slow down on this and do more of this. Okay? So, stress levels, we're going to talk about that. Exercise, those play a part in your gut microbiome as well. You can change your gut microbiome. Okay? You can do that. Healthy things, yogurt, fruit, vegetables. They help you. They help your gut microbiome keep your immune system balanced so that nothing is triggered that's already there. Okay? Now, symptoms of a predisposed gut microbiome. So if you don't have an illness, you haven't been diagnosed with nothing, that is absolutely wonderful. If you have children, these are things that you need to look out for as well. Constant, excessive constipation, excessive diarrhea, when you're not quote unquote sick from an illness, a viral infection, a bacterial infection, something like that. But if you have just on a regular basis, you have excessive constipation, excessive diarrhea, excessive food cravings, especially sugar, right? We say it all the time, ooh, I'm craving. Ooh, I'm craving chocolate. Ooh, I'm craving this. Y'all, we got to think about what we're saying. Because that's our body telling us that something's wrong. But a lot of times we ignore our body, right? Because it's what we want. And that's what we got to change. It's not about what we want. It's about what our body needs. If we want our bodies to remain healthy without disease, then it needs certain things and it don't need certain things. And we need to adhere to those things so that We don't hear that diagnosis of diabetes, heart disease, cancer, right? But it starts now. And being aware of your body. What is your body telling you? Food cravings? Sugar cravings? Now look, I have food cravings. I know what I'm talking about. And I had to literally be like, no, I'm not doing that. Not today. Right? Maybe tomorrow. But not today. Right? Again, this is not about do as I say. No. It's not about that. It's about you becoming aware. Because the more that you know, the more that you grow. Because you be like, okay, just making one different decision today can affect your tomorrow. No, I'm not going to eat that today. No, I'm not going to drink that today. Take it one day at a time. And then when you take something away, you got to add something in. So if you're saying I'm not going to eat fast food this week, then what are you going to put in place of that? Because your body's going to be wanting something in place of that, right? So already having in your mind what you're going to replace it with. Fruits, vegetables, a smoothie, right? Fatigue, excessive fatigue is a symptom of predisposed gut microbiome. Skin irritations, excessive skin irritations, skin allergies, and we'll get into allergies in the next video. But that's a symptom of predisposed gut microbiome. So like I told you, y'all might as well get a notebook and pen because I will be giving homework. Because we got to make this practical for us, our children, and our children's children. We have to know better so we can do better, right? So the first thing I want y'all to do is just write a list. What do you eat? What do you drink? What do you use on an everyday basis? Everyday basis. What do you do? What do you drink? What do you eat? What do you use? Everyday basis. Write it down. Okay? And as you go through and you see where this harmful bacteria lies, right? Then slowly make a change. Make a difference. Okay, today I won't eat this bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Right? Instead, I will eat a smoothie. Right? Because if you take out something, you have to put something in. What are you going to put in this place? Okay, so once you write everything down, in the next column, write down what you can replace that with. Okay? So in the first column, what are you eating? What are you drinking? What are you using on an everyday basis? The second column, what can you replace that thing with? What can you replace it with? So when you go to grab something, because now we get into habits, right? If this is something that you do every day, you drink coffee every single day. You drink pop every single day, right? Because anything you do every single day is a problem. I don't care what it is. You do anything every single day, it could turn into an issue. Okay? If you're drinking coffee, you're drinking pop every single day. One of those days, take that pop out and put in a tea. Right? Put in a tea one of them days. Right? And if you're trying to get off of coffee, let me know because I got a coffee substitute. But, and if you need help, we're getting off of sugar. I have something for that too because I've had to take it. Right? And it's a pill, so don't even worry about it. I pack my own capsules. And it helps tremendously with the sugar cravings. You won't even want sugar after you get through with this herbal medicine, right? So, what are you doing? What can you replace it with, right? So that way, when you go to grab something, you have something to grab. Because if you don't have nothing to grab, you're going to grab what you always grabbed. If you want to make a change, you got to understand habits have to be broken, which means you have to put a new habit in its place. Reach for something good. Okay? Reach for something good. And this is not going to happen overnight. Take your time. Don't be hard on yourself. Knowing is half the battle. When you write it down, you'll be able to see, oh, okay. I need to change some things, right? And then you be able to say, okay, instead of this, I'm going to do this. Even if it's just once or twice a week. The more you do it, the more your body's going to like it. It's going to show you, you're going to have less symptoms in some areas, right? Because if you're having that chronic constipation and that chronic diarrhea or that chronic fatigue, and you start switching things just one by one, you'll start to see your body change. Your body will respond to the changes that you are making. You'll feel a difference. And the better you feel, the better you're going to want to feel, and you're going to continue this process. But don't overwhelm yourself saying, I got to change everything today. No, because that's not going to work. You have to change your habits one at a time, at your pace, because we know life is going on as well, right? If you're like me, I have been known to be an emotional eater. If I get upset, I reach for normally chocolate. You know what I'm saying? So knowing is half the battle. Once I realized that, oh, because I do good for a while. I do what I'm supposed to do, eat like I'm supposed to do, drink like I'm supposed to do. Then I get upset or distraught or frustrated, and I reach for something. And when I realize, oh, I reach for chocolate when I'm upset. I reach for pizza when I'm stressed out. Oh, okay. Right? Okay, so instead of doing that, let me do this instead. Knowing is half the battle. So once you know it and you see it and you have a replacement for it that you have already written down, right? You have something to reach for in its place, your body will respond. Your body will respond. So that way, we don't have to go down the same path as our parents and grandparents and aunties and them did. And neither do our children. Neither do our children. My husband and I having a 7-year-old. Should be 8 soon. Lord have mercy. And her eating patterns are nothing like what we grew up with. Nothing. And at 7, she could tell you, okay, mama, I need to stop eating this for a while because I'm feeling something. So I'm not going to eat that. I'm going to eat this instead. What child do you know? He's like, okay, mama, I can't do that. Not today. I ate that yesterday, mama. I don't want to eat that today. You know, like she loves chicken nuggets. But she will say herself, we don't have to say a thing. Right? Because she grows up in this atmosphere. And she'll say, no, mama, I ate chicken nuggets 2 days in a row. I can't eat chicken nuggets today. I need to clear my system. I'm going to go ahead and eat these apples and this. Oh, okay. Right? We have to teach our children now. Because if they have the habits now, they won't have to be like us. I don't know about y'all, but I'm older. And I've been doing things a certain way for a long time. So the older you get and the longer you've been doing the same thing, it's harder to break that habit. Right? So if we start with our babies, they already have the habit of eating well and making better decisions. It's not about telling them, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. I want her to be able to make the decision for herself. So I show her why things are harmful, how things are harmful, and I let her make the decision. And she just happens to make the decision that she don't want that. No, I don't drink that. When she goes to different places and they might have pop and chips and all that shit, no, I don't drink that. I don't eat that. No, I have my own because she always packs her own lunch or her own food. No, I have my own. I'm okay. Right? Because she knows what those things can do to your body over time. Okay? So, and we'll be talking about all of this and so much more in upcoming videos. Okay? But my purpose is to give you the tools so that you can fight. I want us in our generation, our culture, to be able to fight these numbers that are rising for us having chronic illness. I want us to fight that. I'm so tired of our people being sick all the time from chronic pain, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And so that's why I do what I do, right? Because it's not only for us, but it's for our children and our children's children. We want them to have a better future. Not a future racked with illness and disease and pain and inflammation and stress. We have to do better so they can do better. Okay? So, thank you again for subscribing to this channel. Please like this video, share this video, share this YouTube page, and get ready for more content. Get ready for more content because it's time for us to change the narrative. It's time for us to change the narrative, and we can do it together. Okay? So have a great day on purpose, with purpose, and happy healing.